The role you played in your family as a kid is still running your relationships right now, and you probably don't even notice you're doing it. I've spent years telling people to set boundaries, and I still answer every text within 90 seconds, so nobody in my family gets upset with me. I'm not a therapist. I just noticed this pattern in myself, and once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. Every family hands out roles without ever saying it out loud. The fixer, the golden child. The invisible one, the peacemaker. Most of us are still playing ours. That role kept the peace when you were a kid. The problem is, it's still running your life now. Think about the role you had growing up. The peacemaker jumps in to stop every fight before it even starts, even fights that have nothing to do with them. The golden child works twice as hard as everyone else, because rest never felt safe. The scapegoat says sorry for things that were never their fault. The invisible child learns to want less, so nobody has to deal with them. Picture a couple having dinner. They start talking about money, and it gets a little tense. Before her partner even finishes his sentence, she jumps in. "You're right. I'm sorry, that was my fault." But it wasn't her fault. She just felt the tension rising in the room, and some old part of her needed it to stop. Her partner looks confused. He wasn't even mad. He was just talking. But she already moved on, already smoothed it over, already did the job she's done since she was 7. That's the moment most people miss. It looks like she's calm. It looks like she handled it well. But she didn't handle it. She managed it, the same way she managed her parents' fights at the dinner table 30 years ago. This is what turns a coping skill into a personality. You're not calm. You're just still managing the room. Here's the part nobody tells you. Your family is not just a group of people. It's a system, and every system likes balance. When you play your old role, everyone else gets to stay the same. So the moment you stop playing it even a little, the whole system feels it, and it pushes back. Not always on purpose. Why? Most people don't even know they're doing it. They just feel unsettled, and they act on that feeling. Picture a big family dinner, everyone together for the first time in months. Someone brings up an old topic, the same one that always turns into a dig at her. In the past, she would have laughed it off and changed the subject to keep the peace. This time, she doesn't. She just says, calmly, "I'd rather not talk about that tonight." The table goes quiet for a second. "Wanna Sunday, let me do." Then her aunt says, "Wow, someone's gotten sensitive." Her mom sighs and says, "We were just joking. You used to laugh about this stuff." By the end of the night, someone pulls her aside and says, "You've really changed. You know that?" But she hasn't changed into someone worse. She's just stopped doing the one thing that made everyone else comfortable. Quick pause here. This kind of pattern isn't something you figure out alone, which is part of why apps like BetterHelp exist, so you can talk it through with someone trained to help you see it clearly. This is the part that traps most people. It's not really about the joke, or the topic, or even the ad. It's about what gets exploited in that moment. Your fear of being seen as difficult. Your fear of being called selfish. Your fear of being the reason the family suddenly isn't okay anymore. Nobody has to say any of that out loud. You already know the script. You've known it since you were a kid, sitting at that same table, learning that keeping quiet was the price of keeping the peace. That's the real reason change feels so hard. It's not that you lack willpower. It's that your family system was built around the old you, the one who smoothed things over, who agreed, who disappeared when things got tense. When you stop, you're not just changing your own behavior. You're threatening a balance that other people were relying on, whether they admit it or not. So the pushback you get isn't proof that you're doing something wrong. It's proof that you're doing something different. And different is exactly what needed to happen. Here's the thing about healing. You can post about it, journal about it, talk about it with your friends for hours, and still walk into your family's house and play the exact same role you've always played. Talking about change feels good. It feels like progress. But it isn't the same as doing it. The real work doesn't happen in a caption or a conversation about your family. It happens in one small, real moment. When the old pattern shows up and you choose something different. Think about a guy who always says sorry first, even when he's not the one who messed up. One day his brother is late to pick him up, and he starts making excuses before his brother even asks. Sorry, I probably gave you the wrong time. But he didn't. His brother was just late. He catches himself mid-sentence, and instead he says nothing. He just waits. His brother shows up, says his own quick sorry, and they move on. No fight, no tension. Nothing bad happens. The world doesn't end because he didn't take the blame for something that wasn't his. That's it. That's the whole shift. Not a speech. Not a big confrontation. Just one small moment where the old script came up and he didn't read it. You don't need to fix your whole family. You don't need one big conversation that changes everything. You just need one moment where you catch yourself about to play the old role and you choose something else instead. Then another moment. Then another. That's how the pattern actually breaks. Not through talking about it, but through living it, one small choice at a time. You don't owe your family the role they gave you at 7 years old. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments which role you saw yourself in.